This is, in some way, shape, or form, long-term becomes the St. Andrews of American golf. The initial thoughts were that there's some pretty good topography out there. I was very pleasantly surprised for North Texas. I figured it would be a lot flatter than it was, and there were so many good natural attributes, and we all worked hard to figure out the best way to take care of the soil.
I've not shown anyone around yet that doesn't just say, wow, right? They're truly impressed by the scope and the scale of the facility, the elevation changes, as we've talked about a little bit. I don't think anyone expects to see the elevation changes. We have about 75-foot elevation from the high point to the low point on the property. And the way they've routed their golf courses to take advantage of some of these hilltops and ridge lines and all is really, really incredible.
I think one of the things that's unique about our game is that you as maybe a not so good player get to play on the same venue that some of the world's best players will play. And so I think catering to both ends of that spectrum is something that's very, very important. And you know, kind of we look at sort of the money ball of golf, a little bit of the statistics, and guys that aren't so good tend to struggle getting the ball from the tee to the green. And so we factor that in terms of bunker placements, hazard placements.
I mean, we're pretty excited about what we've been able to build out there. And I think, you know, working with Kerry a lot and talking to him, and we feel like the opportunities to set up the golf course there'll be a ton of them. So if he wants to set it up hard, he can do that. If he wants to set it up easier, he'll have the opportunity through hole locations and tee placements to do that. And then at the end of the day, it's Texas, and if the wind blows, it's going to be hard, and if the wind lays down, it'll be easier, and that's just the facts of Texas golf. Jim Wagner and I have always been big believers that we'd like to see positive things happen in the finish. We don't want to see guys just hanging on, and so we've set up a situation where we can go ahead and create, you know, the 15th hole's a drivable par 4, 16's a difficult par 4. 17 is the shortest par 3 on the golf course, and then 18 is a par 5, gives players the opportunity to score. So we're excited about the potential for some really dramatic turnarounds and for some positive things to happen as you play the finishing stretch of the golf hole, as opposed to, you know, like I said, just hanging in there.
To be able to do what's happening there with the PGA of America in the middle of the country where 29,000 members can all easily get to, man, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
We all look forward to seeing the golf courses open and the entire project, all it's going to mean not only to our association, but to the greater game of golf.